What's going on, YouTube? It's your man Asriel, the one signing on. Hey, listen, got a couple of announcements I wanted to put out. Number one, I decided I wanted to reopen my gaming channel. So I'm gonna put the link in the box later today, and you guys can go over there when I start putting some content up. I'm mostly into TCGs, tabletop, and what have you. So I will, from periodically time to time, put uploads on that channel. So you guys get a little bit of a different dimension to feel of how I look at life, and not just always with political issues, but things that I like to do, have fun. If it works out and I can open up a third channel afterward, then I'll open a third channel. But for right now, I'm gonna do the TCG thing with Magic, maybe some Yu-Gi, Duel Masters, and what have you, just to see where things shake them up. And if it takes off, I will make that a dedicated gaming channel. Secondly, y'all know how this works. You need to don't mind creep show in the background. I'm just enjoying it while I'm making a video. But y'all know how this works. Likes, comments, subscribes, share, and we'll do the damn thing. Now, I didn't know how I wanted to title this video. I really didn't. And I wanted to put it under and finish my cooning series with this one. But for some reason, it just didn't feel very appropriate. So I'm going to make this an independent title. And I really want to hammer on a point. I don't know. I may put this with that series and just extend it a little bit further and go on afterward. What bothered me was, over the weekend, I came to learn that everybody's favorite YouTuber, the one that goes around threatening people, the one that loves to say how my wife's child is not mine and fuck my family members and he's gonna beat me up real bad, is in jail. Now, one has to appreciate the irony of the situation. So let's let that sink in for a minute. This is a man who goes around threatening to beat up people. This is a man that goes around calling people a woman beater. But this man is locked up for domestic battery. A Class A misdemeanor. Okay, see, I find it just ironic, and that's why I'm laughing. But I'm not laughing because it's another this brother is locked up in Cook County, and I've never been in jail before. But for some reason, this is a man who has been is locked up apparently in one of the worst prison systems, or the worst jails, excuse me, in the country. One of the worst jails in the country, if not the worst. So what I'm hearing. But that's not what makes me upset. What makes me upset is that nobody that normally supports Cliff has come forward to get this man out of jail. And what I'll do, just to prove a point, and not to make fun of him, but if you really feel that you want to contribute, that you can go and you can click on the link and find out his information, put some money on his books, or put some money out to help him bond or bail out. I'll put the links in there so you can do that. But let me get back to my point, because I want to keep this kind of short and sweet. It's funny how these groups are pro-blacks. And at this point, I do need to point fingers, like, the blackchannel.net, Tariq Nasheed Radio, and Talk Real Solutions. They love to talk about pro-blackness and being together and coming together to build black economics in a strong community. Especially with Talk Real Solutions, the Pan-African Intelligence Network. Nobody last night wanted to talk about Clifton being jailed. Nobody wanted to talk about how is it that their co-host ended up in jail They didn't want to talk about how can we get this brother out of jail. They didn't even take the night, put the show topic they had off for another night, and made a night to fundraise to get their man out of jail. Ladies and gentlemen, be advised. This is the same platform you donated to help Tyrone pay for a lawyer. So you would think he would ask out again to come out and help Cliff. It's a shame. It's a shame that I, a person whose Clifton has personally offended, is considering contributing to bailing this man out of jail simply because I don't want to see people locked up, regardless of what he did. I just find it very strange. It's just wrong how Tyrone took 30 minutes of his program, 30 minutes, the first 30 minutes of his broadcast, and talked about Tommy Sotomayor and how he's going to go after him, and that he didn't do any due diligence to find out if Clifton was actually locked up. I'm pretty sure he has not called him or attempted to call him. You're out of state, so if that's the case, you could go and visit him any day of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, this is frustrating. Because when you have these groups of pro-blacks running around here talking about black unity and black empowerment, come on, man. Let's be realistic. Abu Momia Jamal's still sitting in jail for 20 years and they still ain't done nothing to get this brother out yet. This is a regular black man from Chicago. An annoying twat of a black man from Chicago. An annoying cunt of a black man from Chicago who runs around falling in love with internet trolls and threatening people online. Who loves to run around saying, you beat a female, but apparently he domestically assaulted somebody, and that's why he's in jail. Again, the irony. But what I'm saying here clearly, even though he's all this, should we not come together and get this man out? I mean, for Christ's sakes, his bond is $1,000. Surely Talk Real Solutions could raise that money. Surely King Flex and his quote-unquote pro-blackness, surely King Flex could say, you know what? I'm going to send $1,000 to this brother. Surely Mr. Building have heard of this by now and would have said to himself, well, I'm about black empowerment and black economics, and you're glad to have me on your side? Well, clearly, Clifton shouldn't be in jail right now, would he? Right. This is what makes me think that most of you black folks are not, you're just disingenuous. Because here it is, this man has been riding with y'all, and I'm not saying he was riding with Tariq Radio or the Black Channel, the blackchannel.net, but specifically to Talk Real Solutions. This man has been riding with you from day one. And y'all couldn't even go and say, hey, I'm going to make a video addressing this. Whether you're going to try to help him out or you're going to repudiate him. Something. Oh, wait. That's right. So obsessed with Tommy Sotomayor, aren't you? So much, in fact, that you said on your radio, we're going to go at him even harder. You had your faggot ghostwriter in the chat room last night, stealing information out of live streams show with Tommy Sotomayor to put in your talk room, your Blog Talk Radio chat room. And you didn't shut him down. Not at all. But when people came and asked you a legitimate question, Tyrone, and by the way, this is not to stir up a beef with you. I just got to call you out on it. Because I'm like, if you care about black people, this is your brother. This man was with you from the ground up to build Talk Real Solutions. Why are you not helping him out? This is not a beef. This is a legitimate question. Your man is sitting in Cook County. Why aren't you raising money? That'd be screwed up if members of Soto Nation or other people who Cliff had a beef with came together and they raised that money and bonded that brother out. Bonded him out. Most people wouldn't pay up the money just because. They got a weird, they've got to say, hey, you get what you get. I'm not fucking with you. And I respect that. But I gotta know, Tyrone. I gotta know. All these pro-Africans you got sitting on your show, like Afro Synergy and all these other jackasses, I want to know, your man is locked up. Why you ain't bailing him out? Why you ain't bailing him out? Because you don't care about black people. And I really wish you'd stop with this sham of a circus you're running. I really do. Because clearly you're talking about you care about black people and you want black people to advance. But you can't even stand there for your brother when he's in the custody of the state. You could talk about how racist the system is, how jacked up the system is against blacks. But hasn't anyone noticed something? When a black man is in trouble, we can usually get help from anybody else except for somebody that looks like him. You would think we as men, as black men in America who believe the system got their foot on the back of our freaking necks, you would think that we would somehow say our brother's in jail, we're going to rally around and we're going to get the money up to bail him out. That's the way of it. That's the way. That should be the way of it, but that's not the way of it. What is the way of it is, oh well, whatever. And Clifton, I hope you see this video when you get out. And I want you to ask yourself a question. If Tyrone hasn't called you, he hasn't wrote to you, he hasn't sent you no money, you a fool to still support that man. And I know what you would say, but you support Tommy. I said, listen, I talk to the brother ever so often. I'm too busy trying to take care of my family and live my life. But if the man wanted to go out his way to help me for something, sure. That's up to him. I'm not even going to make that about that. I'm just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, if you follow Talk Real Solutions after this point, you're a dumbass. You really are. Because there's no way you could talk about being about the black community and your brother, who you won't even speak on it. You won't do your due diligence and your homework. But more importantly, you won't help him out. It's just like a brother that was locked up in Philadelphia because the magistrate thought he beat a woman even though he had the record proof to show that he never did and the woman assaulted him. Talk Real Solutions didn't talk about that. Talk Real Solutions didn't come up with no money to bail that brother out of jail. Talk Real Solutions didn't even send that brother a lawyer. But you believe these groups of people have the interests of black people at heart? You believe Tariq Radio has the interests of black people at heart? You believe blackchannel.net has the interests of black people at heart? These are the types of black folk that make niggas like me lose all hope for the race. Because they're quick to do a lot of this. But when the rubber meets the road, motherfuckers is pulled over like 4 flat tires. Can't do nothing. They looking left around like, who, me? I ain't gonna do anything. Make the next man do it. And it's that passing the buck, that circle jerk, all that jive. You can't get no worse than that. I'm just saying. So I'm gonna close this video here. Tyrone, you got some explaining to do. And once again, I'm not trying to beef with you, but I think this is a legitimate question. If your man, your ace boon, your right hand, your number one, your partner in crime, who has been with you from day one, riding with you, riding shotgun, gets knocked.
Christ, 3 years almost.
Why?
You ain't gonna get nothing, are you?
Why? Have you not bailed that dude out? Why have you not made a video addressing the conversation? Why have you not sent that man a lawyer? We want to know. Because I can call up Cook County and I'll talk to the brother myself if I need to. And I'll record the conversation. Why, Tyrone, have you not addressed it? Why, Tyrone, have you not bailed him out or bonded him out? Why have you not sent him a lawyer? Why haven't you checked for his family? Why can't you answer a simple question? The answer is because you don't care about black folk. And I really wish you'd stop lying.